Real quick, shout out to Anchor and ShipStation for sponsoring this episode.
I got hypnotized by a hypnotherapist to get rid of my fear of flying, and it worked.
I want to figure out what the phobia term is for my fear. I have this actual fear that my belly button's going to be reopened.
I did try out a dating app. I came across Courtney's sister's
Wow.
profile.
My sister never saw him because she has a height minimum.
Is that ridiculous or what? I'm not even that short.
You don't seem short at all.
She dropped the cat off and then left, and then that was kind of the last we heard from her.
Okay. Oh, well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another SmoshCast. We're going to start it with that cough.
Oh, okay.
So today I am joined by Courtney and the lovable fellas from a podcast called Podcast But Outside, Cole Hersch and Andrew. I don't know your last name.
Oh, it's Michaan.
Andrew
Whoa.
Michaan.
Yeah, thank
Andrew
you.
Michaan, yeah.
I like that last name.
He's thinking of taking on my last name.
Yeah, I might take on his last name.
Wait, so you guys going to get married? So you have his last name?
No, you can just take last names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's taking a lot from me.
And I'm going to take it, and he won't have it anymore. So
Wow.
he'll
Is
be,
that how it works?
Yeah, he won't have a last name. I'll just
Yeah.
be Andrew Hersch, and he'll just be Cole.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can I have your old last name?
It does get donated.
Oh.
Like kind of like
Yeah.
a low-income family.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it gets donated. If no one wants it, though, it gets put down.
It does get put down, unfortunately, yeah.
Do you want mine?
No, I'm good.
Okay. It's
I
pretty
mean, like-
unique.
Mm-mm.
It's the same as a beer.
What's your middle name, or is that too private?
No, everybody knows. It's Ruth.
Oh, that's right.
Ruth. Why did you say that like
Ruth.
that? I
What?
like Ruth. You're like, oh, that's right. What is yours? Andrew? That's a stupid name.
Wait a second. It's actually, you could change your middle name to Light, and it'd be Light Miller. It's kind of like Miller Light.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea.
Or Light, just meaning you're not heavy.
Yeah, I'm a light.
Not heavy.
So the podcast that you guys do, you've had to explain it to every single person that has ever sat down in your chair, but can you explain it for the 15,000th time?
We'd love to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's called Podcast But Outside.
And Cole and I set up a table on the sidewalk at different locations around Los Angeles and the world and interview anyone who walks by.
Yeah, we have a sign on our table that says, "Hi, be a guest on our podcast, and we will pay you $1."
We are the only ethical podcast.
Wait,
The only-
are we getting paid today? No, yeah,
$1.
So we are the only ethical
we are the
podcast
only
that pays
ethical
our
podcast.
guests.
Okay, yeah.
Because if you asked us that question, the answer is definitely yes, $1.
Yeah.
I can't honestly. I can't think of any podcasts that actually pay to have their guests on. Now that I
Yeah.
think about
I
it,
know. That's what we're changing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. I think start a standard here.
Yeah, exactly.
Pay your guests $1.
It's really all it takes. The difference
Yeah.
between $0 and $1 is immense.
It is.
Did you guys try doing the podcast but outside without the dollar?
No, it was always part of it.
Yeah, we've never been evil or corrupt
Yeah,
like
we're-
most corporations.
Yeah, and maybe when we get big enough, we might become correct, but for now, we're pretty reasonable.
Yeah, that is very reasonable.
Thank you.
What was the reasoning behind the dollar? Was it a sort of like a legal thing? Like, oh,
No,
if
we just
have,
had too much money, and we
Yeah.
had to get
Oh,
rid of
We
it.
gotta get rid
It
of
sounds
it.
very enticing, the
know.
dollar.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have all this money, and it's kind of just annoying, and you just kind of want to be like, get out of here, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
get
what
that.
happened, yeah. But no, the ultimate thing with the podcast is just talking to strangers and hearing their weird stories, and it's folks who would never otherwise be on a podcast. I feel like, podcasts are pretty populated by people in the entertainment industry or creative types, and we're just talking to like random people who were never planning on doing that, and the stories that we get are, I think, very interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I've listened to several of them, and I think the first one that I listened to, well, the first like full one, because I've seen the clips, and you guys had the first sort of like the first big blow up was the old lady that you guys talked to that was like, oh yeah, I had a husband, but he died, and you're like, oh, like. What was his deal? And
we
she's-
dug deeper to find out that
So cool.
He was a doctor, but he was also a crack addict.
Crack
yeah,
addict.
secret crack addict
For like
yeah.
decades, and she didn't know until he died.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And she was like an old Jewish woman in her 80s, like very funny about it, had a very good sense of humor, and it was a really interesting conversation.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it you, Cole, that was like, how did he die? Was it from the crack?
Yeah.
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 I said Did he die from crack?
She said yes, and she laughed.
And then Andrew asked, he's like,
how did he get addicted to crack? And then she just has a perfect pause and then says, he started smoking it. It's like so good.
I love that. And then then you guys got like, you evaded being like kicked off of that park.
Yeah, we evaded. So we found a filming permit loophole because usually you need permits to film in public.
Yeah, in Santa Monica, you were in Santa Monica, right? And they're really like they're assholes about people filming.
Yeah. But we figured out. I mean, this has been our plan since before we even recorded the first episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, you're allowed to film something if you're just on the street.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
not allowed to film a production.
Right.
So our plan was just being like, we don't know that guy. He just started filming us.
Yeah, but we're only recording audio, and you're allowed to do that, I guess.
Exactly, yeah. So we kind of just tried it, and the security guy was like, okay, good enough for me, and he walked away.
But what you didn't see in that minute clip is that immediately after, another security guard comes by. He says, "What did that guy say?" And he said it was cool, and then that guy walked away.
Wow.
It happens twice in a row.
So I think another loophole then is when one of those guys comes up, you say, another guy came before you and said it was okay.
We thought about that. Like, even if like a business tells us to leave, we're just like, oh, we talked to the manager. He said we could be here. I mean, like, what are they going to say? These are just people being paid to, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But we do, I mean, the best filming spots are like, we do search for like abandoned storefronts to film in front of.
Yeah, that way there's just no concern. We can just be there and no one cares. But to be honest, we've recorded like, 22 episodes so far, and we've never been like fully kicked out and shut down. We've had to like move slightly, like, 10 feet away or something, but we've never like, you can't do this and we have to like call it.
Yeah, because you guys also filmed in Vegas where they're very particular about, because they don't want street performers because that takes away from the actual money making things. So you guys had to like, the law is that you can't have anything on the ground.
Anything stationary, we found out. This magician who was our guest, he happened to be arrested 7 times for street performing, and so we got shut down, and then he advised us. This is in episode 20?
Something like that.
He told us that we had to, as long as we didn't have anything stationary, like no table, nothing touching the ground, no chairs, then we were fine.
So we just like carried all our equipment, put all the mics in our pockets, and it was like very, very sketchy.
My
but people came by. There we had like a ton of guests. There was a whole crowd forming around us. It became like a real show.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Andrew flashed everyone.
I did. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
Your pee-pee?
I kind of just did it all. You know? Yeah.
Wow.
Whatever
My
was
pee-pee,
there.
Cole's pee-pee. I kind of flashed everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like I said, he takes a lot from me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Vegas must have been very interesting because I don't know if the people at home know, but everybody on the street at Vegas is either drunk, crazy, or a little mix of both.
Yeah, it really is like a no consequences, no rules zone. It's
At
just
least
like,
at the nightlife. But, for daytime, it's a lot of tourists, right? It's just a lot
well,
of
that's what we mean,
tourists.
tourists. I mean, at
Yeah.
night,
Yeah.
the tourists are just like, they don't care. They're just like doing whatever.
Right.
I think it's very strange that people take their families to Vegas. It's not.
My first time there was, I think I was 10, and I couldn't
Yeah.
do anything. I had to be escorted, because we were staying in a casino at the MGM. I had to be escorted. Anytime I entered the hotel, I had to be escorted through the casino
You're
to
not
my room.
allowed on a certain colored carpet. Like,
Oh,
you have
Yeah.
What?
You have to. There's like lanes that you have to stay in. You're not allowed to step out of the lanes within the casino if you're a certain age.
And did anyone give you one of those like booby cards?
Oh, as a kid we called
What?
we called them Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing!
Yeah, and we'd trade them and collect them. Yeah.
What?
Or
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Pokemon works
that
too.
works
Yeah.
too, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean we?
Incredible.
Who were you trading
You and
with?
your dad.
Yeah, me and my dad. Yeah, my mom hated that game.
Did your dad coin Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, I think that was me. I think I was pretty proud of that. But it was me and my brother, and then a couple of family friends as well.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's the best.
And you were 10 when you did this?
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
I'd have been so stoked if I saw a boob when I was 10. I don't think.
Well, they have little stars over the nipples.
Oh,
Like real life, right?
Yeah, like real life.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
exactly.
other shapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, we are planets, and
Yeah.
our nipples are stars. I feel like when I went to Vegas, the only fun thing I did, because I was like 15, and we just did Madame Tussauds.
Oh yeah.
The Wax Museum.
The Wax Museum, yeah. So
we
weird.
did. I mean, yeah. The only thing, because we couldn't do anything really as kids in Vegas, so the way my parents compensated for that was they took us indoor skydiving. And
done
like
that.
we were like in a tube.
Yeah.
And like
I feel like the
Flying.
people that work there make it look really awesome and like good. And then like you get in there and does it work? Did you have fun?
yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Drool's coming
But
out
I-
your mouth like
Oh,
crazy.
really?
Oh yeah.
I always
Yeah.
remembered one thing has always stuck with me from the tutorial was that like the guy, like before you do it, you have to like, listen to this dumb spiel to be safe and stuff.
yeah.
But he said we have to have everything out of our pockets because one time because it's like below you is just like a giant jet.
Yeah.
And so like he said you have to have everything out of your pockets because one time someone had a loose coin and it fell, hit the jet, came back up at such a speed that it went through his foot.
Whoa.
What?
And so that's what I've always remembered.
But
What-
I don't
what came
understand.
out of his
Why would it have fell down and then gone up?
Or I guess it was off maybe,
Wow.
and then it came up. I don't know.
What was it? It was
coin.
A coin.
A coin.
Yeah.
So is
Went
the jet
through his
is the jet blowing air towards you, or is it moving the Earth down?
It moves the earth down.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool. I
Oh
like
my
that.
gosh!
You
What
just
if it
kinda
went in
stay
your
there.
eye? Could have gone in your eye.
I feel like it didn't. I feel like that didn't happen.
I'm assuming it's just like a horror story to.
That's like one of his. He's like, wouldn't that be crazy? And he just tells it to
I
kids.
think he just
now.
wanted us to have empty pockets.
And Cole loves his foot. It's like his favorite part of his
it's my
body.
favorite part
so
of
it
my
was
body. Yeah.
definitely a big threat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he knew that.
He knew that.
My parents told him. They said-
Well, it's part of the intake form. It says favorite part of
Yeah.
your body. and you
I
have to
actually heard
say-
right before going in. I heard my dad whisper to the guy, "Threaten his fate."
yeah,
He says that to like everyone.
Yeah,
though, right? He said it to me.
Yeah.
that's pretty typical.
Yeah.
You did the indoor skydiving thing too, right?
Yeah, we did it for a squad vlog. That was like one of our first squad vlogs ever. And yeah, my teeth are just getting dry and drool's coming out the sides.
Have you done actual skydiving?
No, that
Ooh.
was the only time I've ever done anything like that. But it seems so
You did it,
cool.
right?
I did it. Yeah.
Is it the same?
Yeah, it's
just
the
a
same, but
tube.
it's like outside.
Oh, that
wait.
sounds good.
Oh.
Sounds
Yeah,
better.
skydiving, but outside.
That's great.
Yeah. Wow. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Any interest in skydiving?
I want
Andrew?
to, yeah, I just haven't. I don't like planes, so that's actually the scariest part for me. It's just being on this old plane.
Because you said, because I saw in one of the podcasts about outsides, you said you were hypnotized.
Oh, you are a listener.
Oh, I love that.
Actually,
Thank you, Ian.
I try to do my research.
I got
Oh.
hypnotized, yeah, by a hypnotherapist to get rid of my fear of flying, and it worked.
That's
What?
wild.
It's crazy. Yeah, it straight up worked. I did it like 2 years ago.
And it was just one session?
One session, it was like a 3-hour session, and then she makes you an audio tape that you then listen to. She says every night for like a few months, so I listen to it every night, and then I don't listen to it anymore, but when I get on a plane, I will listen to it. And I'm just straight up not afraid of flying anymore.
But doesn't the fact that you know you're hypnotized about it, like
That's the thing.
No,
Stop
she actually
it.
says that. She says in like the first few months, don't talk about being hypnotized. Don't tell your friends. Don't really think about it. Like at first, because you kind of have to let it set in.
Mm-hmm.
But now that it's been a while and it just totally worked, I think it's okay.
Yeah,
That's
I feel
wild.
like I can't. I don't think I can be hypnotized. I don't know. I feel like I'm just too neurotic.
Well, that's. I think you should.
You're
then,
too
yeah.
smart for that.
Like my brain, I'm just like too self-aware. My brain's it's evolved.
Well, I'm like not into like astrology or any of these kind of, I don't know, like I'm not into that world very much. And I feel like hypnotism is a little different. Like she explained it to me very thoroughly in terms of scientific terms.
Yeah.
Like, it's basically just like your brain has this like fear thing that was designed to like make us afraid of, lions or whatever sort of threats passed, thousands of years ago. But then now, or even millions of years ago, but then now that same fear complex is being ascribed to things that it shouldn't be. Like a plane isn't, it is weird, obviously, but statistically it's not unsafe. But I've created this relationship in my brain between that fear drive and an airplane. And she's basically just decoupling that relationship so that they're no longer connected.
Whoa.
And
That's
it.
awesome.
Yeah. So she's very scientific about it. And so it actually I don't know. I was very skeptical, and it totally worked.
Would that work for something like fear of commitment?
Yes, it works for everything, honestly. Like if you have like body image issues, you're trying to quit smoking, like
Whoa.
anything. It's really crazy.
So she can make me hot.
Yeah, she will make you hot.
Or at
It's
least
really
believe
good.
that you're hot,
Yeah.
which is kind of nice.
Oh, wait. It's like that one movie, right?
Yeah, shallow hell.
Yeah, shallow
Yeah.
hell.
You know what you should do, Cole? You should ask a girl out. She'll say no, and then you say, "Go to this hypnotist,"
Oh, yeah,
and
no,
you'll
she
convince
said
her that
yes.
you're hot.
Yeah.
Well, just
Oh, convince her.
convince the girl that Cole's hot.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Good. Or just convince me that she said yes.
Yeah. Or you should I don't know, pitch a TV show or something and get it picked up. And then the first episode, you do a bait and switch, and it's actually just the hypnotist convincing the world that you're hot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's a good idea.
Genius.
I like that. Sometimes he gives.
Yeah.
Andrew takes, but sometimes he
anyway,
gives.
the hypnotism worked. If you guys want her name, I can give it to you.
Oh yeah. What would you get hypnotized for, Ian?
I don't. Yeah, because like flying, I'm okay on, except for like when the turbulence hits. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
What's your fear?
I mean, I don't I'm weird about like deep water stuff, like deep open water, where I can't see the bottom or I see something below me, but I can't see what it is
I don't like
clearly.
that.
Yeah, I'm not about that life. I forget what they call it. There's one of those like BuzzFeed lists where they're like, if this makes you feel weird, you have this fear. Yeah, they had all these photos of like whales like deep underwater, like where you can't like quite see them, and it kind of made me go like, ugh. Or like oil rigs, they have like these like stands that go like deep into the water and just see it disappear, and that makes me feel like icky. I don't know.
It's thalassophobia.
Thalassophobia.
Okay.
I want to figure out what the phobia term is for my fear, which is I have this like actual fear that my belly button's gonna be reopened. Like something's gonna open it up, and I'm just like so terrified that like it will be reopened.
Whoa.
Do you think the hypnotist can cure
Yeah,
that?
can you help me?
She might just say you're a freak and tell you to walk away. But no, she
just
probably
laughs.
she'd take your money.
She sends you a recording of her just laughing at you. It's like, you're dumb.
Courtney, that is called omphalophobia.
What?
Omphalophobia.
Omphalophobia? I have that.
That's your new identity.
I didn't know that there was a phobia for it.
And we'll be back in a moment, but now this. Hello, SmoshCast listeners. It is I, Ian Hecox, host of SmoshCast. Around here, we get a lot of questions from people who want to start their own podcast. So if you're one of those people who has an idea for a show, I want to tell you guys about Anchor. It's another Spotify-owned company that makes it easy for people to get into podcasting. It's basically an all-in-one, totally free platform where you can record a podcast, host it, distribute it, measure your performance analytics, and find some show sponsors. And this all works in your web browser or through Anchor's mobile app. You can give Anchor a try for free at anchor.fm/Smosh. That's anchor.fm/Smosh.
Yeah, I had this idea for it's like a device. It's called Unbreakable, Breakable, and it's a umbilical cord that you reattach to your mother.
Okay.
Unbreakable.
Yeah, it's like the bond that was never meant to be broken.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And do you do that all the time, or just like when you go home for a week?
Oh, I haven't made it yet. I need a prototype, but I think it would be smart to just.
But is it like what I'm saying is you go home and visit your mom?
No, it's permanent.
Okay,
Yeah,
permanent.
yeah.
Okay.
Does it actually do anything?
Well, yeah, it reattaches you to your mother.
Are fluids connected though?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like if she gets drunk, if mommy eats or gets drunk,
Yeah,
do you get a little drunk?
You get little tips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it come with custom clothes?
No.
So it's just naked. It's nude.
Well, this was in part to push my clothing brand, which is just a line of shirts with a hole in the center of them. Yeah.
Or it'd be cool if it's two shirts that are connected with cloth in the middle. Like you buy the two shirts together.
Yeah.
So it's a little mommy sunny kind of setup.
I hate to tell you, it wouldn't be a shirt for the mother. It'd be pants, right? I mean, because it's got to come from the...
Oh, yeah. We don't connect at the belly button. It goes up in her womb.
I didn't think about that.
Do we all need to go back to 6th grade sex ed?
Did you think about
It
that?
goes...
I did.
Oh, my God.
It's funny that we both just assumed that it was a belly button to belly button.
Nope.
But no.
Sorry.
It goes into her butt, yeah.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Into the butt.
No.
That's funny. I like this. Yeah. It does, your idea is a little more sexual now, though, in a way that I'm not sure I'm
Yeah, it's a
comfortable with.
little
Yeah.
strange.
Yeah.
No, it's pure.
Okay.
And is there an age limit to this?
No.
Or your mom could be like 70?
You could be 40. She could be, 41. I don't know how.
Okay. So she's 1 year older than you?
Yeah.
Can you do it with people that are not your mom?
Sure.
Ooh.
I mean,
Oh.
it's not recommended.
Why?
That's weird.
That's weird.
He's right.
I know
That
there are
is
people
weird.
who have like baby fetish, like they want to be treated like a baby.
Oh,
Cole,
yeah?
you might have just given them like a really good new idea that's going to blow up in that world.
I went to school with somebody that was they became a man baby.
They still do it
Really?
now?
Well, I don't know about not man baby. They became they went in, they became a baby.
They weren't. They were on that
They
documentary,
were on,
right?
yeah, they're on a show. I don't
They're
want to
on
like
Strange Addiction
I don't want to
or
like
something?
out them too much, but
Well, it's just
but,
someone
yeah.
who
They're on
knew.
TV. I mean, come
yeah,
on.
They're on
they were
TV.
on.
They're out.
Yeah, I went to high school with them, and then they were on the show where they were a baby. And
They
then
liked
also had
having the diaper and stuff, right?
Yeah, they also had a website too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and a website that does what?
Baby stuff. You know.
Oh, I don't like
yeah. I mean, it's not my thing, but for the people out there that like it, do your thing.
Yeah, check out Squarespace. You can easily design your own.
Do they have a romantic partner?
I mean,
I think in the documentary he did.
I don't know.
Because I just feel like that's such a. I mean, how are you going to find someone to match with? If it's got to be a very specific.
I mean, the internet's a wide, wonderful place.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think he had someone come in and change his diaper in that doc.
Yeah.
I remember that episode.
Was it dirty or?
Was the diaper dirty? I think it was
That's
wet.
probably
It was pretty wet, yeah.
for the website only content.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably have a Patreon.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, Patreon would be the way to go if you're trying to get into man baby content. Patreon.
Your whole Patreon is just like, I am baby. It's like really
It's
poorly
written-
written.
Yeah.
And
It's
then-
a really poorly put together site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can buy his baby bathwater.
yeah.
Oh no.
Just his baby diapers.
See, now you're just giving them an idea.
That whole bathwater thing, I bought so much of that, and I'm not even convinced that it was her bathwater.
know.
It's like I just have these bottles of water now, and I feel like I got so ripped off.
Well, I heard somebody
Yeah.
DNA tested the bathwater.
Really?
And they're like, well, technically it should have some of their DNA in it, because if you take a bath, your
Right,
skin,
dead
whatever.
skin. No, I didn't taste any.
Yeah, because he's been
Yeah.
drinking it
Yeah,
at my
I've been
house.
drinking,
He
yeah.
comes over.
Well, they claim that there was 0 DNA in it, so
Wow.
she might be liable for a class action lawsuit or
Wow.
something.
I love
But
that.
I don't know.
Wow.
If I were to sell my bathwater, it wouldn't be actually my DNA because I just don't need to be cloned right now. But I would definitely put in some stuff. Like a couple drops of rose or something.
yeah.
So it smells like something. So they're like, oh, this isn't just regular water.
I
like
would
that.
I would rent a pig and put it in the bath. So if they DNA test it, they're like, it came back pig.
There's just this mythology around you. As
Yeah.
a,
Yeah.
as a
And then you
being.
sue them for slander.
Yeah.
You're like, how dare you?
Yeah, wow, fat shaming. So Cole, I mean, it's kind of funny we haven't mentioned this yet, but Cole, you used to write for us.
Oh, that's right.
That is how we
Yeah,
know
yeah,
you,
yeah.
or at least how you two know each other.
Yeah. How did that happen?
How did that happen? I think that happened through because I knew Anthony and Miel a little bit,
Yeah.
right? And I think
And we were looking for
you guys
for
were
a
looking
new
for a writer, and I think Anthony pitched you guys to me.
yeah, because you came from the Vine world, right?
Yeah. And then I came in, had a little, I don't know, I guess it was a test. I didn't know it then, but it was a test.
It's
What
always
was
a
the test?
test.
Was it a writing test or was it?
I think it was just
spelling
I think it
test.
was sort of just a kind of a chemistry vibe, maybe. I'm not sure. Either that or just maybe a writing style
and
thing. I don't know.
You passed the chemistry?
I guess so. Yeah, I think immediately after getting hired, they regretted it for
Yeah.
a brief term.
No.
Yeah,
Wasn't one of the tests we did a read through with one of your scripts or something?
or some. Yeah,
I think so,
well, it
yeah.
was just a pitch meeting. I just pitched a bunch of ideas. and
Oh,
stuff.
okay. Yeah.
That was pretty much
And
my
then-
process too.
Yeah,
Just pitching ideas.
yeah.
I mean, you wrote with us for, probably a
A year and a half.
A year and a half?
Year and a
yeah.
a year and a few months. Yeah,
Yeah. That's a pretty long time.
it was.
I love seeing my worlds collide when
Oh,
when that became a thing because that's I met you from Vine,
Mm-hmm.
hung out with you a few times. Miel and I used to be really close friends, just grow apart. That
Mm-hmm.
was wild. You
so
were
you
living
guys,
in
so you guys knew each other before he came on to Smosh.
Yeah.
yeah, like a
few
few
years.
years, like
Yeah.
2013, no,
Yeah, probably
14?
2014. Yeah.
Yeah, you we texted briefly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
We did.
Yeah, it was very brief.
Who was first? Who slid in?
I don't know. Well, because we probably were Vine messaging first.
Probably,
That's
yeah.
usually how it went when Viners were first were
Right.
yo, you're dope. Yo, you're dope. And then
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with us, it
Conversation.
was strictly hate mail.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was
okay.
like,
Yeah.
please
suck.
quit.
Yeah.
Please
slid
stop."
in. You
Yeah.
slid in the DMs with the hate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, you're a Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
called her a hoe. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you miss Vine at all?
Yeah, I miss it. But I mean, I have it again.
Yeah, you're on TikTok
On
now.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Right.
Your stuff's funny.
But no, it's very different. But yeah, I mean, I was running 3 years straight of one-liners, you can only do so much.
Right.
And my tank was empty pretty much by the time it died.
I mean, that sounds about right. I mean, I feel like, people figured out the format, and then obviously some people exploited the format. Mm-hmm. I mean, but that's what always happens. So, okay, so you guys knew each other for a couple of years then.
Yeah, like we didn't like hang out a whole lot. Like we would see each other at like parties and stuff.
Because I also didn't live here.
Yeah, you were East Coast-ish.
Yeah, I was in Chicago. But right when I moved here, I pretty much got the job within the first few months of being here, I think.
So good.
Yeah.
Wow, white privilege.
Yeah.
Vine privilege, probably.
I was not good at first. I don't know.
Writing?
Ryan's laughing.
He was bad.
Ryan was the head writer. He was my boss.
Yeah.
I don't know. He gave me so many second chances. I was not good.
What were you messing
Yes,
up on?
you were.
I wasn't. I'd check out real hard.
Like in meetings?
Yeah, well, I realized what it was anxiety. I just get so overwhelmed about wanting to do good that I would like be in my head. I'm like, pay attention, and then I wouldn't pay attention, and then I just get caught up in this loop of
I mean, you do that on our podcast a lot.
Yeah.
I totally get that.
I check out for hours at a time.
Yeah.
And our podcast is only an hour
It's only
long,
an
so
hour.
sometimes I say nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I was given so many second chances.
I think it's probably because you're funny.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
kind
I
of
guess
thing.
so.
Like,
but like
Or
if
the
you-
white privilege thing, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be that.
Yeah.
But I don't know
probably
if you're
more
not productive in a work setting, then you shouldn't be working. But I don't know. I did get a lot better towards the end. I got more comfortable.
Figure we made your first sketch. The
Yeah.
sketch you came in and pitched us.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
shot like in a month or something. Remember?
Which one was
Yeah.
it? What sketch
the
was
one
it?
Where it was so funny. It was the fall asleep one, and then his whole life happens.
Oh, the prank one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where like
Yeah, it was a sketch where Anthony was sleeping and then
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
prank-
oh, my roommate's sleeping. I'm gonna prank him, and then you do a bunch of stuff and put him
and
in a
it's his-
bunch of you
I remember
secretly
that.
like make him get a job and then
Right.
get married and then have kids and then like his whole life. Then he's old and then like he wakes up like on his deathbed.
And you're still young, right?
I think he wins like 2 Purple Hearts in the war or something like that.
yeah, he goes to war.
I love
asleep.
that.
Yeah.
The video bombed.
Oh, really?
I don't think it did well.
All of our favorites do, I feel
Yeah,
like. That's
that
just-
tends to be the case. Like whenever we really like a sketch, it never does well.
Yeah.
So like we always call them like it's a one for us kind of thing. We're like,
That's how it
we'll
goes with
do one for
anything,
us.
though. Like everyone hates our podcast, but we love it.
I know.
Yeah.
My mom
No.
likes it.
Yeah, that's
Do you,
good.
Do you guys ever had guests that are like, or anything happen where it's like, this is too much, like we have to cut it?
Yeah, I mean, no, not.
There's a couple things where it just gets like political in a way where we're kind of just like, I don't know, talking about Mexicans and stuff. And we're
You're
just
like,
like,
oh,
well, we'll
no.
just cut this part.
Yeah.
Not even in a bad way, but we're just kind of like, we don't want to go down this road.
It can
Sometimes we just
provoke
can't stop
anything.
ourselves.
Yeah, I know, but we just gotta have opinions and want to say it.
No, it's usually older
Yeah.
white men
Yeah.
who bring up.
It just always comes up?
And it just has happened a few times where it's like slightly Trumpy, but in a way that's just kind of like, I don't want to open this can of worms. Not
Like-
that we're trying to like stifle people's opinions, but like, talking about Mexicans' work ethic and stuff, and we're just like, we don't want to go down this
Yeah.
road.
Wow.
Not even in a bad way. Like he was actually complimenting the Mexican community, but it just was icky.
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
that.
So, and is it just out of the blue? Like they're like, "What's this podcast about? You can talk about anything." He's like, "Great. Well, anyway, on to Mexicans."
Yeah, he,
Pretty much.
Yeah, that
he
guy
probably
was,
thought it was a safe space. He was like, us whites can
No.
talk about this.
Right. No, this dude was hard to wrangle, but we
Yeah.
eventually got him.
Yeah, but no, for the most part, I mean, yeah, people like. But the most interesting thing about it to us is it's like you talk to someone for like 60 seconds and you kind of get a vibe, like you get their vibe, like you get their essence, and that's just kind of fun to just like I don't know, like figure out what someone's personality is in a really short amount of time.
Didn't like 2 guys threaten to like sue you guys or something, or was that a joke?
Oh, I mean, I feel like they will.
They were just
There was these 2 frat bros, just
Love that.
and it was what, like 3 p.m.
And
on
they
a
were, like,
Monday. They were wasted.
And was that downtown?
This is downtown in the jewelry
and they were like
district.
catcalling every single girl that walked by. He would just go, "Look at her butt."
Oh yeah, I did
Yeah.
listen to
Like,
that one.
it was crazy.
And so we couldn't get them to leave. We
Yeah.
had to turn off their mics.
Is that all in it in the episode?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
all
all
it
in
is.
Oh
there,
my
yeah.
God.
And then
I
they
need
ran
to
up to the
watch
camera
this.
and like
They're
dancing and stuff.
They were harassing our cameraman. We're like, just don't pay attention. attention to him. Like, just talk to us.
But that's the only time that something like that has happened. For the most part,
Yeah.
people are very chill and responsible and nice.
I think that's awesome though that like you guys get to show that side of the world and
Totally.
it's just all just happening
Yes,
and not
that's-
like planned.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
Yeah.
we've had some really crazy stuff happen, and it's totally not planned. I, mean,
I need
it's
to
like-
watch. I need
Check out the clips. Go to Instagram
Yeah.
or Twitter. There's like 1-minute clips. It's
Yeah.
an easy way to see some best.
Or
of it.
just, no, you should watch the whole episode.
Okay, watch
Yeah,
every
no,
episode.
I definitely want to watch the whole
Watch every
episode. I actually saw the one where the cop like was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you guys are fine, you're good." I saw that in like it went. Did it go like viral
Yeah.
for you
Went kinda
guys?
viral,
okay,
yeah.
I definitely saw it. And like there's like the Daily Dose of Internet channel.
Oh, yeah, we were
It
on
was in
that.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
wait,
cute.
did you guys see the Draft Man? Did you see the viral draft video of the guy spinning a giraffe in his car on
No.
Twitter at
No.
all? No? Okay.
Okay.
Well,
I did this video. I filmed this
guy.
video of this guy spinning a giraffe.
It went viral. It
It got like 5 million views or something on Twitter. Like it went really viral. And then that guy reached out to me, and then we interviewed him on our podcast, and like
Yeah.
got a little bit of. It was kind
Yeah.
of fun. It was like a cool little moment.
We did a special like 20-minute episode
and it
for
all
him.
happened in like 48 hours.
Yeah,
it was like
it
from
was-
the time I posted it to it going viral to us interviewing him to the interview going live. It was like very
Yeah.
quick. It was
and
cool.
he
nice.
was the first, like, we were the first people to interview him, and like by that time, like that day, this was like it was the first day of him being
This is just
viral.
last week.
This was last week. He had already been recognized like 3 times that day. On the
What?
street.
And he's just spinning a giraffe.
Spinning a
toy?
giraffe.
in
in
his
his
car,
car.
in his convertible, he's spinning a metal giraffe, and then he'll place the giraffe on the hood of the car and at the stoplight, and then he'll drive really fast, and the giraffe will fall, and he'll catch it in a really cool way.
What?
Oh my God,
It's
okay. I
very
need to-
weird.
what
Just
the
look
heck?
at my
bizarre.
Twitter;
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
there.
It kind of sounds like a dream when you're explaining it.
But it was really bizarre because I was like on the phone with my mom, and I was like, I just saw this guy spinning this metal giraffe in his, like Mustang convertible, and I was like, this is so weird. And I was like, Mom, I have to go. And I just followed him for like 10 minutes and filmed him from all these different angles, and just cut it together
That's
into
so
a
funny.
40-second clip. Yeah.
Wow.
But now I get tweeted at every day with videos of him because he's around
Really?
Hollywood doing it, and every day
Whoa.
someone will respond to my tweet with a video of him, like saw him on Melrose or whatever.
Spotted.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
XO.
you invited him on the podcast, or
Yeah.
he just like
Yeah.
walked by?
He DM'd me and was like, "Hey, that's me." And I was like, "Oh, you want to do our podcast? Like, it might be fun to kind of chat with you a little bit." He ended up being a very cool guy, and it was a fun little.
Yeah.
It was like the internet is obviously can be a very toxic place, but this was like everyone responded to this video because it was like positive and fun.
It was wholesome.
Yeah, wholesome. And then we had an interview with him, and he was a nice, cool guy. So
And then he's like, I want to talk about Mexicans.
exactly.
Yeah. You never know with like random people that are like eccentric like that.
I
You're like,
know,
you're like,
I
oh,
know.
let's hear about it. And then you're like, oh.
Yeah.
yeah,
not
he was not
great.
eccentric.
He was pretty normal.
Very cool and
Yeah.
So he just loves to spin giraffe.
He just that's what he does.
Giraffe.
Yeah.
You guys have had some pretty like random like run-ins on the show, right? Like
Oh yeah.
there was like a girl that you had dated that.
Yeah. Well, a girl that I had literally like we had gone on like a couple dates.
Best nights of their life, though.
Best
both
nights
of
of our
them.
life, yeah.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah, that was so. We did an episode where I was blindfolded the whole time because I wanted to experience the podcast as a listener because I felt I had a little sight privilege.
Because like yours, we're on YouTube and podcast apps.
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
A bit of both.
Nice.
Yeah. So I wanted to I felt some sight privilege, so I wanted to blindfold myself. So I did it all blindfold, and she came up to me. She was like, "I know you."
And then
And
I
I
was
was
like,
like-
"Oh, let's play a game and have Cole guess who it is." So then she
Yeah.
sat down and like answered some questions, and Cole.
And like we hadn't dated. It was like for
How
like
did she
over a
recognize
year.
you? Because you had a giant blindfold over your face.
I had my glasses over the blindfold.
Yeah,
So
so
she
it looked like
recognized
him.
the
So I guess
glasses?
she just knew my hair and my face. and
Has she
glasses.
been following you the whole time?
No, she didn't know what the podcast was. She just saw.
they had unfollowed each other on social media.
Yeah, we
Oh,
had.
so yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Did the 2 dates did it end poorly? Did you ghost
No,
her?
no. When we started talking, we were both out of a relationship, and then we just went into our own different relationships after that.
But you had a good time talking?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
she was really cool.
fun. She was
Yeah.
cool.
Did you guys refollow each other on social media?
We did, yeah.
Nice.
I'm
Oh,
even
really?
in there now, following it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I'm even part of it now.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
You got third wheel?
Yeah, we're gonna do like a 3-way type
tried
thing.
to weasel
social
his way
media
in
style.
there, yeah.
She followed me first, and I was like, you know what?
Oh,
I gotta be nice to this person.
Oh, okay. And now a quick break. When you're selling online, getting your orders out can be a real pain. It's time-consuming, it's expensive, there's so many carriers to choose from. How do you know you're making the right choice? That's why you need ShipStation.com. It's the fastest, easiest, and most affordable way to manage and ship your orders. ShipStation helps get your orders out quickly, save money on shipping costs, and keep your customers happy. No matter what you're selling, Amazon, Etsy, your own website, ShipStation brings all your orders into one simple interface. They even offer big discounts on shipping costs. Now any business can access the same postage discounts that are usually reserved for large Fortune 500 companies. And right now, SmoshCast listeners can try ShipStation for free for 60 days when you use promo code SMOSH. There's absolutely no risk. You could start your free trial without even entering your credit card info. Just visit ShipStation.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type SMOSH. That's ShipStation.com, enter promo code SMOSH. ShipStation.com. Make ship happen. So, where's that going? Have you guys talked?
We talk a lot about dating on this podcast.
Oh, really?
About like our dating lives.
Oh, what's up with you guys? I'm sure you talked about it a lot on here.
I'm a career woman.
Okay.
I don't have time for love.
Got it.
I'm
Career woman as well, or?
singling but mingling.
Okay.
He's following
Yeah.
leads.
Oh,
That's what we
good.
call.
Leads.
That's what we call them.
Yeah,
now,
I refer to it as following leads.
following
There's a
leads
pretty-
to eventually slaying dong is
Oh,
how.
he slays dong?
That is the
Slang
end
dong,
goal.
yeah.
Slaying,
yeah.
slaying dong.
So he slings dong and you slay dong?
I slay dong.
Oh, that's cool. I
Yes,
like
I
Okay.
slay dong and you slang. It's
Yes.
slang and dong.
that. Yeah, that's cool.
I like that. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So following a strong lead.
Oh,
It's
you
a
got
su-
one.
it's
You
a
got
sus-
one.
a suspect.
You got
now.
one suspect
there's
right
a
now.
suspect.
Yeah, one suspect.
Oh.
Is it Courtney?
No, but he was after my sister for a bit.
Really?
Whoa.
No. I mean, look. I'm following this suspect. I'm following the lead. I know that the end game is that I will be marrying Courtney's sister.
No,
Oh, that's good.
no.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
But it's good to make her
So
jealous
will
and
I.
stuff.
So
Gosh, it's been so long since we've just had a normal podcast. So much has happened.
I know, dude.
And
Get into it.
I won't get all the way into it because I feel like I gotta save it for a more normal podcast.
Yeah, because this is freaking
are we
weird.
not normal
Yeah,
enough?
this.
We're weirdos.
Well, I want to give you guys the proper attention that you deserve.
Thank you. I'll take it.
But I did try out a dating app,
Oh.
and on the first day,
Raya.
Swipe right, ladies.
on the first day, I came across Courtney's sister's profile.
Wow.
You guys want to know what happened to that?
What?
Apparently, my sister never saw him because she has a height minimum.
What?
Is that ridiculous or what? I'm not even that short.
You don't seem short at all.
No,
How tall
I'm
are you?
5'8".
Oh, you
No.
are very, very short.
You're not 5'8".
I'm kidding.
You're 5'8". I'm 5'6". I feel like you're
I'm
taller
5'6".
than me. We're same height.
5'8" is taller than
Yeah.
5'6", I gotta say.
No, but like even more. I feel like you're like 5'9".
I usually wear heels.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what is
The
a height?
Nikes.
What app has a height minimum?
All of them.
Really?
Yeah, well, you could set a preference
There's the
for
option
height.
too.
Yeah.
I'm on a dating app. I don't even think I ever put in my height.
Yeah, you can go into like special preferences.
What app
and-
is this?
I mean, I don't want to say it 'cause I don't want
It's
people to.
Raya.
Shame the app.
I tried to get into Raya, but I didn't have any recs. So
What? Oh,
Really?
I'll be
I
a
can
rec.
get you in.
it's too late. I
We'll
already.
get you in.
It's too late.
I just did a
I
funny-
had it for a bit, but I was like, I can't.
It's silly. I made one really funny joke on my Raya profile though that I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah?
So on Raya you have to choose a song. Like
So for those that don't know, Raya is like it's like an exclusive.
they
kind
call
of
it a dating app for like celebrities, but
It's like
it's
high
it's truly
profile.
not anymore.
Yeah.
It's like anyone can get in. I don't understand what happened with you, but
Okay, that's fine.
no, but it really is like it's all just like yoga teachers and stuff now. Like it's not. I think it used to be years ago. It used to be more famous person. I'm not famous at all, and I got on, so I don't think it's like that anymore. But you have to choose a song for your profile, which is like very
Yep.
cheesy.
Yeah, it's
so you
like
push,
MySpace.
Yeah, you push a button and all your pictures play in a slideshow, and you have to choose a song through Spotify. Like they make you do it. But I was thinking, I'm like, well, I couldn't think of a song because it's just like so cheesy to pick a song to profile your life or whatever. But I know that Spotify has podcasts. So when you click on my profile, it plays the Dane Cook episode of WTF with Mark Maron.
What?
But it's like just the intro. So it's just Mark like talking about his cats in Highland Park. It's so funny. It just like plays through and he's just like,
Oh my
I don't
God.
know what the fuck's going on, man. It's so funny.
Dude, I would have thought you put your own podcast
No,
on.
I thought about that, but it's just so funny.
No,
to
I
have
love
just, like,
that.
Mark Maron rambling on.
Yeah. Well, dude, if I ever get on Raya, I'm still waiting for them to accept my application, and I don't think it's really worth it.
I haven't used it. I've never used it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the song I would do is El Sonidito.
Okay.
Do you think I would get copyright claimed for that? Yeah, that's probably true.
Wow.
Guys, well, after this podcast, listen to the song called El Sonidito.
Okay.
It's a good time. It's a good party song.
It's the theme song that we had when we were filming a lot of Smosh Summer Games stuff.
Yeah, it gets you hyped. So Raya's not worth it. Good to know.
Yeah, it's fine. All dating apps are fine.
I didn't bother with Tinder. It's just too much of a hookup app.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I feel that one in specific, like not to like. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't have to worry about like that, right? Tinder definitely is just like set up your profile and you're on your own. But I guess like there's other dating apps that help you a lot more with like figuring out what you want and what you want to do and stuff like that.
Well, I think it's like they've just garnered this image of themselves being like a hookup app.
It's like Hot or Not.
Yeah.
It's like Grindr for straights.
Yes. Well, also, I mean, like gay people could use Tinder as well, right?
Nope.
No.
They actually say like they're like, "Are you a straight?" when you download Tinder. Yeah.
It's like, how hot does this image make you? And
Yeah.
it shows you like
Yeah.
opposite gender porn. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. Well, no,
It's a
it
test.
makes you have sex with someone to see
Yeah,
to decide
they
after.
They turn your camera and
Yeah.
they have to show you
Yeah.
having straight sex. It's part of the thing.
Yeah.
Instead of the "Are you a robot?" it's "Are you a straight?"
exactly.
Yeah.
Have Andrew and Cole, have you guys used Tinder at all?
I've
have.
used it. Yeah.
Yeah. How is it?
That's how
for
we
you guys?
met.
That's how we met. Yeah.
Wait a second.
I know, which is crazy because it's not for gay people. But somehow we matched.
Wow.
No, it's fine. I think your assessment of it is accurate.
Yeah. What's your favorite dating app?
I mean, I've only used Tinder and Raya, and yeah, Tinder seems to be for hooking up with people. Raya, I've met a couple people on it, and it's been fine. I don't know.
Yoga instructors.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Nice. Hey,
Yeah.
nice. I've heard Bumble does like parties and stuff, like around all over the place, like to get people to just meet in group settings.
Oh, they have like a space. I've seen their space.
or they'll like
on
get
Melrose.
venues and stuff like that. It's wild.
And they just like message like hot people on their app, like
Probably.
come out, come
They're
hang
like,
out.
yeah.
And then if you show that you have the app, you get like free drinks.
Oh, that's weird. I never got one of those messages.
Well, I don't
Oh
know.
no!
I got a hypnotized Bumble.
Nice.
What's
Good
your
callback.
dating experience been, Cole?
I've only done Tinder. I don't have any of them right now.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know.
Because you don't need it.
You don't need
Because
it.
and I don't want to out you too much, Cole, but from what we've gathered, Cole slangs dong.
Wow.
Do I?
Cole, like he's
you
very
got
unassuming,
energy.
but it's Cole slangs.
Wow.
Cole's got big sling dong energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I wouldn't have pegged myself for that or ever.
Or ever, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the energy.
That's
Well,
cool.
I'm
It's
just
unassuming
saying
dong slinger.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
That's
guess
why a
so.
girl walks down the street, sees half your face, and knows exactly
Yeah.
who you are.
Yeah.
Because she remembers.
She remembers.
Did
Yeah.
I don't want to ask. It's too private. I was gonna say, did you guys kiss?
Me and the girl. No, we didn't. It was literally the most platonic.
You guys got ice
dates,
cream,
dates.
right?
We got
Aw.
we got froyo.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like not even real ice cream.
Yeah.
Wow. You really sent a message there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you want to get some like kid ice cream?
Yeah.
That's froyo.
Yeah, that's froyo.
What
Ice
did
cream
what
for
did she
children.
get? What did she get on her froyo? Did she put gummy bears on her froyo?
I don't know. Maybe gummy worms.
Yo,
I don't
gummies are so good on ice cream or froyo because they get like
Yeah,
hard.
It's kind of nice.
know. Yeah.
I'm hard for hard gummies,
Yeah.
dude.
All right.
A lot of different textures there.
I'm not in for gummies on ice cream. It's just the texture just doesn't match up.
What do you get on your froyo?
Oh, I usually stick with like chocolatey things, sprinkles, brownies, fudge, that kind of stuff. I don't-
Nothing like fruit.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I'll do like the strawberry situation.
Kiwi, maybe.
Ooh,
I feel like they have that at some places. Yeah, I've
the
seen
little
it.
tang
That
in
I've
makes
there.
seen
sense.
it. Yeah.
I've done like I love doing on
That was
froyo.
pronounced kaiwai.
No,
Kaiwa.
it's not.
I've only
They
seen
have
it
the
written. I guess.
cheesecake bits
Oh.
on some of those,
Yeah,
and do that on like some raspberries.
guys, we should get some froyo after this.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry if
Yeah.
we made all the listeners and viewers hungry.
So one of our writers, Monica, she got to know you pretty well, Cole.
Yeah.
She said for me to try to get you to laugh about something. I don't know if I'll be able to, but she says
Okay.
you're the most fun person to watch laugh because you get really giggly.
Oh yeah.
You
I
get
feel like
really,
I've only seen that once.
really giggly and you turn red.
Oh, when I laugh,
Yeah.
maybe I do.
So I don't know what we can do.
Well,
Have you seen this, Andrew?
I've seen him giggle and stuff. I don't know about the turning red thing.
I remember a specific time where I turned red and it like ruined everything
Yes.
What?
at Smosh.
Are you referring to when we had
the prank?
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, I don't know this story actually.
Okay. Go ahead and explain it, Cole.
Well, who was it? It was me and Monica, and I think you or someone else.
I think Ryan might have been involved.
It was me, Monica, and Ryan. There's this guy named Chris, right?
Yeah, we can bleep out his last name
Okay.
or whatever.
There's a guy named Chris who worked in the office, and we worked in the writer's room. There was this big window so we could see outside. I guess that's how windows work. And we saw him just walking to and from lunch, and for some reason we decided to take a bunch of pictures of him as he was doing it, and then we were like, let's escalate this, let's heighten this. So we printed out each of the photos,
and they're all from different days.
They're all
right?
from different days, yeah, and it looked kind of incriminating, but for no real reason. So we decided to print them all out in full size pages, and then we put them into a manila envelope. And then we put it on his desk when he was gone for lunch.
Oh my god!
And then he came back, and I was I hid somewhere. I forget who. It was either me or Monica who hid somewhere and filmed him as he came back to his desk. I forget what we wrote on it. Do you remember what we wrote on it?
Did you just put the address of the office on it to make it look like?
Yeah, it was sent to the office.
Yeah, we tried to make it look creepy, and also it was really funny.
Yeah, it was very creepy. It looked very incriminating.
Because all the shots of him were like we'd been stalking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Different outfits, yeah.
So there's a video of him opening this envelope and just super confused. And then I don't know. I guess I don't know what he thought, but he didn't know who it was. Obviously, I think he knew it was someone in the office because it was coming from the office building.
Yeah.
He had to check the angles.
He had to check the angles. He was walking around the building,
Really?
looking and where can you see me?
Did he know he was being filmed for this video, doing all that stuff?
No.
Wow.
No. We hid behind him. So for it was a couple days, right, where he put up the photos on his desk.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
displayed them. He put them on his thing.
He was doing a hardcore investigation, and he started asking suspects, right?
Started asking suspects, and I just thought it was so funny, so I put it on my Instagram story. I documented the whole thing, and that was the fault because somehow another employee, I think, tipped him off that it was me. And then I deleted it before he had a chance to see it. But then he came in and started interviewing us. He was trying to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of a meeting.
In the middle of a meeting.
And he grilled all of us. And all of us held up.
Was he upset?
No.
Okay.
He's a comedian,
Yeah,
so he gets it. But he was asking every single person. Everybody was doing a great job at hiding the secret, except for Cole.
Yeah,
Really?
I kept laughing. I kept I turned bright red because he started talking to me about my Instagram, and I was I was trying to play dumb. I forget what I said. It was something really. I
You
forget.
folded so
Yeah, I folded real quick.
And then you just giggled.
Yeah,
Aw, that's so
but it was.
cute.
How long did it last? It lasted what? 4 days
Yeah, it was a
maybe.
long time.
Yeah, it lasted a while.
We got him good. And I think he kept those photos up there until the collapse
Months.
of Defy.
Yeah, they were there till the end.
Andrew, you weren't doing this podcast a year or so, or maybe 2 years ago, were you, by yourself?
The podcast by outside?
Yeah.
No, it was Cole's idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because I was just running through Griffith Park one day. I want to say it was a year or two ago. And there was a guy on a table, doing a podcast outside. And I don't, clearly
It could have been a radio show.
Clearly it didn't work out. I didn't talk to him. Don't worry.
It's fine.
Okay, good.
I was just very confused.
We do get a lot of messages, by the way, of people who are like, "We love your show. I love your show. I'm gonna do it too." And we're like, "Please don't."
Oh yeah,
It's
no.
so weird. We get so many messages, and we're just one episode we just said it. We're just like, "Hey, we appreciate you guys liking the show, but we're trying to build this into a thing. Please don't copy it." I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Makes
It's so
sense.
weird, actually, that people would want to it's just strange.
People can't really copy our show because we just talk.
It's just a
And
basic
it's-
podcast.
Right.
We're copying every podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like your podcast probably just makes people want to talk to people they don't know.
Yeah, it's fun. I get it. I understand. And it is like, it has a hook. And,
Yeah.
and I've been doing comedy for like 10 years and I never started a podcast because I was always like, well, I don't know what I want it to be unique. I want to just like, I don't know. I just feel like the market's saturated with people talking to people. This is fun. But, I just was kind of like, I don't know. I don't have an interest in that. And then Cole had this idea and then I was like, oh, that's like unique and has its own angle.
I think I pitched it here. Maybe.
Oh, right, actually.
Really?
I think so. I don't know. I think you were looking for like other things to do. I'm pretty sure. I pitched it to definitely companies. I'm not sure if I pitched it to Smosh, but there was a
They're
lot.
all too dumb.
Yeah.
And
Well, I got a
passed
lot of
on
stuff done. I actually, because I knew I'd be on here, I brought a joke that
Oh, no.
didn't get
Didn't make the cut.
didn't make the cut.
Okay.
with the
In a
script.
sketch?
In a sketch, yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
It's just like a 3-line joke.
Love it.
Hell yeah.
But I did bring it, and I wanted to.
Do you need like people to read it?
Because
Like
I
cold read?
found it. I was cleaning out my computer like a few weeks ago, and I found like screenshots that I took, and it was one of these. Here, I can't find it.
You
No, I
saw-
actually applied to be a writer on Smosh years and years ago.
Really?
I wonder if I have anything from
Really?
my
How many
application.
years?
Like, honestly, 5 or 6 years ago. Like, I just moved to LA, and my
Wow.
friend Brent, who knows you guys,
Oh, yeah.
he was like, oh, there's a writing position. I'm just curious if there's anything on my end, too.
Cool.
Now,
That's just
now I'm not
it.
sure if this is a bit.
No, I'm serious. I don't know if I can even find it.
So
Oh my
I do.
gosh.
I have it. I'm assuming this was from. Like if it like internet trends in real life or something like that. Or like
Okay.
if internet trends were real.
Oh yeah, we did that memes in real life. No.
I think we did some. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in this.
You're-
Oh, it's
yeah,
me and Ian.
It's
Oh,
you
and
and
Shane.
Ian and Shane. I kind of want Ian to read Shane.
Cole has a
There we go.
screenshot from a script he wrote, and so now we're passing it around so that we can all
Cold read it.
cold read it together. Don't read it.
It's only
I'm not
3
reading
lines.
it.
Don't read it. You're looking
I'm
at
not
it.
reading it.
Okay.
So this is
So-
a rejected Smosh sketch that you had written.
Yes, I'm
A rejected joke.
assuming it's internet trends in real life.
Okay.
Is what it was.
You gonna read stage
Yeah. So
directions?
interior doctor's office day. A couple, Clarissa, Courtney, and Ryan, Ian, are talking to the doctor, and I'll be the doctor.
Yeah, we have no idea how we got pregnant.
Did you use a condom?
Yep, used it correctly and everything. Filled it with water, dropped it on her head, then came in her
Yo!
Yeah. That didn't make the cut.
I remember that joke.
That's so funny, and it's probably just because of wait. Is it because of the P word?
Yeah, because we can't.
Yes.
Then change it to like something else, like
But
coochie.
I guarantee we laughed really
That's
hard.
incredible.
Well, we did get away with calling laser corn lazy in Smosh Summer Games. So
Wow,
who knows?
that's a good joke, Cole. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Was it for a video that did come out, but that joke
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
make it?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
I understand.
And then you had the foresight to screen cap it and say, I'm gonna.
Well, yeah, I liked it.
As I was reading, I was like, oh god damn it.
Did you find your?
I did find it, but I don't know how entertaining it'll be. But I'll just.
Is that like your one page on the front?
But the response from Ryan said, "Awesome, thanks. We'll check these out ASAP." 2014.
Holy crap.
I don't know, and I guarantee I read them.
I know. I'm not mad at it. I mean, I applied to lots of jobs. I
And
get
that
it.
actually sounds like an email I'd sent.
Yeah, no, I believe it. Yeah.
That's how I email. Sure.
That's so
5
funny.
years
5
later.
years ago.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah.
I mean, that would have been like around the time that like Squad was coming on.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on for 4 years and like a couple months.
Whoa.
Man,
Yeah.
things could have been so different. I could have been pranked by Cole in the office.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
yeah. No, everything worked out,
Yeah.
but it's funny.
It's crazy that we both got hired onto Smosh through people we met from Vine, kind of.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
that's
I mean-
how I've gotten all my jobs pretty much.
Yeah, I just missed the boat on Vine. I think I was just like a little too old, or for whatever reason, it just like didn't. I don't know. I just didn't get on it.
What was your like main creative outlet?
I mean, been doing stand up for 10 years, so I think
Oh,
that's also
wow.
part of it. Is like people in that world, like people in the stand up world, aren't as good at the internet, and it's just like they're different worlds for whatever reason. Yeah.
Do you feel like a lot of people in the stand-up world kind of look down on things like Vine?
I think at the time maybe so. Yeah.
But then Crystalia hopped on.
But there's also plenty of stand up people who are good at it. I don't know. There's a bit of both, I guess. Yeah.
How's the stand-up life?
It's good. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's definitely, like all entertainment stuff, it's very difficult to, I don't know, just like, there's so many things out of your control in the entertainment world.
Oh, yeah.
That's why stuff like what you guys are doing and kind of what we're doing, that's why that stuff is so cool, because you can just, you just started this with your friend however long ago. It's like you just kind of wanted to take control and do this thing, and there's no, there's no like gatekeepers or people telling you can't. And I think that's what's
Yeah.
awesome about the internet and like stuff like this is it's really gives people a voice where no one can say no to them, really.
Because even with like stand-up comedy, like you're doing it yourself, but it is like very cliquey, and there are gatekeepers of people keeping you out.
Totally. The actual act of doing stand-up I like and I feel like I'm good at, and I feel good about that. But like, getting a late night set or like getting on TV, it's just like those aspects are so out of your control that it can be very frustrating.
But even like the person running the comedy club has to like you.
Yeah,
right?
there's so many. I mean, there's just so many steps and stuff. But it's going well, and I'm doing well, and it's fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, like Podcast But Outside has to be like helping you guys.
Totally, yeah. Every time I like go on the road now, like a lot of fans come out from the podcast, and it's kind of cool.
nice.
Yeah, it's exciting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Sweet.
I mean, that's got to be helping you quite a bit because like you're going around the sort of like typical mainstream avenues to build your stand-up career.
Yeah, a little bit. And we also want to go on our tour with our podcast too. Like we have
Yeah.
visions of doing a live version of the show and then
Yeah.
doing other episodes in the city. So that's definitely a thing for the near future.
Podcast, but outside, but inside.
Exactly.
Okay, because I was gonna say I was thinking like you guys like
Outside of
sell
a theater?
tickets to a show, but the show is outside on a sidewalk, and you have like
Well,
an audience of
a fee.
200
Yeah.
on the street just watching you as people walking
We
by.
have thought about that, but we ultimately
Yeah.
do have a way that we are going to do it. But
Yeah.
maybe we shouldn't say here.
You don't need to say here.
maybe.
Yeah, you don't need to.
Kind of want to keep it a surprise. I
Okay,
think.
but it'll be cool. We have a workaround that will make a very cool way to do our show. Yeah, in
Okay.
cities.
Are you going to have like a backdrop of the sky?
I can't say.
Okay. Well, there you can have that idea.
We'll take that. We'll take that.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna have avatars of themselves.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are going to
Gonna-
do Avatar style.
Yeah.
And then we are
Wow.
going to be connected to our mom via her and
Yeah.
it's going to be great.
Are we allowed to say any of that on this podcast?
Podcast.
Yeah?
We can say everything on the
Yeah.
podcast.
Even if
right?
it's on
But not on
YouTube?
YouTube. It'll be
We'll leave it on
beeped.
YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Just that word is just
I hear ya.
it's just it's so
Yeah.
It's icky.
when you're saying it in a normal conversation, it's very icky.
When you're referring to the actual body part, I feel like it's weirder when you're referring to the actual body part.
Can you imagine if a doctor said that?
Oh my god.
He's like, so we're just gonna, use the what are the
Speculum.
speculum? He's like, I don't even want to say it. It's too gross.
That's called the coochie wrench.
Oh, the
Ian.
coochie wrench, right?
You're gonna put the coochie wrench in your. I don't want to say
See,
it.
yeah, it's gross. It's too gross to say in just a
But
casual conversation.
It's just I feel like that with every curse word or dirty word, it feels wrong until you like
you're in the heat of the
like,
moment.
Right.
heat of the moment, or like you say it enough that it doesn't feel weird to
But
say
even
anymore.
context, there's changes in context,
yeah,
all
it's
that stuff.
It's an acquired word.
A friend of mine, Whitmer Thomas, he's a stand-up comedian. He has a joke where he just says, my therapist refers to sex as f***ing, and it's shocking every time. It's just like the context is weird.
Yeah.
It's like, so have you been doing any f***ing lately?
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
strange.
It's weird.
Yeah, I would feel weird about
Yeah,
that.
it's weird.
I'd be like, I'm sorry, this we just need to pause this therapy for a moment. What did you just call it?
Yeah.
What's up?
What's up?
Yo, what's up?
What's up, guys?
Do you do stand up, Cole?
I do stage stuff. Actually, Monica and Shane both helped me audio record a bit that I do. Not character stuff. It's more like one-man sketches.
Like your CVS mascot you've been trying to
Oh, yeah.
pump out there.
Right. Ass.
That's the best name.
Yeah.
Can you explain this mascot,
Sure,
the CVS
so-
mascot you've been trying to pitch CVS?
Yeah.
and you're pitching it inside a CVS.
Well, it's in a Walgreens. It's
Oh, it's in a
Yeah,
Walgreens.
You're in a
it's
Walgreens.
It's for Walgreens.
Oh, it's for.
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I get it mixed up.
That's
Cass he's a purple monster man who dresses in teen clothes and rides around on a longboard and tries to give all the customers hickeys. He's just basically just like a cool guy. He's like, I think he would like make Walgreens a little more hip, a little more like
Edgy.
just edgy.
Yeah, it's like how Colonel Sanders hosted. Was it EDC or is
Did he do a set?
Yeah, dude, he did a full-on
Really?
set at I think it was EDC.
Wait, who did?
Or
Colonel Sanders.
Yeah.
KFC boy.
Oh wait, what's the one in Miami? It's not EDC. It's
Art
God,
Basel? No.
it's
No.
oh
Outside Lands?
oh
no,
man,
that's
there's
not. That's
so many ravers are gonna be pissed off at us for not knowing this.
Sorry, rave
Anyway,
fans.
he did like one of the biggest like EDM concerts. And they did a Colonel Sanders set. They had a giant Colonel Sanders head on a guy like Marshmallow or something.
Oh god.
And he's like, I'm Colonel Sanders. I am everywhere. And he did a full like music set.
Who was it?
Kind of makes me want
Yeah,
KFC.
Like some DJ, right? It had to be.
Probably.
It had to be like
That's
some like a couple tiers
dope.
below Marshmallow kind of guy.
Yeah.
I mean, like we don't even know if it's the real Marshmello playing music. I mean,
That's true.
I've heard like on appearances and stuff, it's not actually him.
Oh, I think they did kind of a spoof of that on The Good Place
Oh, really?
a little bit, or that's I don't know, something like that.
With
Marshmallow
Marshmello?
is an idea.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I know he did like a cooking show, and I heard that it wasn't actually him. And it's kind of brilliant because like if he just hires a bunch of people that are the same body type as him and sends them out into the world to do other like pre-recorded projects, nobody will know.
Yeah, because he
Right.
doesn't talk. He literally, it's just, you gotta just have anybody with the same basic build.
I mean, honestly, it's probably a team of people who just goes by Marshmallow. Right?
It's kind of
Yeah,
smart.
why not? Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's
Same
actually
with Dead
really
Mouse,
smart.
right? Does Dead Mouse talk?
Well, Dead Mouse, you can tell it's Dead Mouse because he's covered in tattoos.
Yeah.
So it's a lot
Unless
harder.
someone's
to get,
like a hardcore, like double, you know, they get all the same tattoos.
right, like a Saddam Hussein kind of situation where he
Yeah,
had doubles.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is he a DJ?
Yeah, he's DJ,
Yeah, big in like the early 2000s.
Oh, cool.
I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of like fell off-
he went underground.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
kind of went
yeah.
underground a little
For
bit.
a
Yeah, he went
while.
underground.
That's
Okay.
a mess.
I hear he's like kind of hanging out.
Oh, okay. He's hanging out? Oh, where? At the ocean? He's hanging out in the ocean?
No, that was Bin Laden.
Oh, that was Bin Laden.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
Bin Laden.
Saddam was hanging.
He's still hanging?
I mean, they might have cut him down. Sorry, this is getting too grim. I mean, I feel like it's okay to laugh about. No.
Yeah, death?
Well, it wasn't suicide.
I mean, like he was a dictator. I mean, we can kind of laugh about dictators dying, right? No.
Every time I hear the word dictator, I
I'll
hear
laugh when Trump dies.
dictator.
Yeah.
All right.
Have you guys ever been to Burning Man?
No. Can you tell us about it?
I don't know. I'm going on Monday for the first time.
Really?
I was just curious if you had ever been.
I want
Kevin,
to.
have you?
I haven't. I've had a lot of friends who've gone though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I know a lot of people who
Yeah.
have
Did you
get an
gone.
extra
It's
spot?
actually really cool.
I do not have an extra spot. I wish I did. I'm like hesitant about it. I'm not into like festival. I don't really like go to those things. I don't really like that. But I have so many friends who I really trust their opinion who like love it and say it's the best that I'm just like, I gotta try this.
But do they
Yeah.
all do it on drugs?
no, I have one of my closest friends who goes has been sober for like 20 years.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's like it's not even really like the music is like one small
Yeah, that's not really.
aspect,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
just like
same
this
with
weird
drugs.
community. I mean, there's a lot of it. I mean, the aesthetics of it don't really appeal to me. There's a lot of things
Yeah.
about it that I'm like, oh, like I was just planning on kind of making fun of this forever, not actually going, but I'm gonna go and we'll see how it goes.
I think it's probably good to go now. I mean, like, I'm sure you'll probably hear from a lot of like the old sort of burners that it's been sort of invaded by
Right.
by the sort of like wealthy elite that they fly in on a private jet for a day or two and then they leave.
Is it expensive, Burning Man, or is it just kind of you show up?
It is. You have to do a lot of preparation. So the ticket is like $450, but then
A day or just
total for the whole week.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
not bad.
Well, they're not trying to like make a ton of money. It's like trying to just create
it's
this
a community,
or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, but they have 60,000 people go, so I'm
Yeah.
sure they make enough money to do it. You have to bring everything. You have to bring all your own food and water for a week. You have to like bring a bunch of weird random supplies like glow up light things and a bike and like I don't know like a mask, like all goggles,
yeah,
just
Andrew,
weird stuff.
Andrew got like an entire warehouse shipped to his house
I
yesterday.
got a lot of stuff shipped to my house yesterday.
Whoa.
We got to his house. There was like
were,
there's a stack of boxes like higher than his door.
There's like 12
at his
packages.
house.
in my door.
Wow.
Well, because it was like there's like some ready to eat meal type stuff, and then I had like bought a battery with like a solar panel so I can have like some power. I don't know all these different
That's
things.
smart.
We'll see
That's
how it
so
goes.
cool.
Yeah,
That's you're experiencing
I think it'll
that.
be interesting, but I'm not. I don't. Yeah.
Because it's like part art show, but then part like social experiment, right? Where there's no currency, there's no money involved, so everything is for trade, right?
It's not even trade, actually. That's a misconception. I thought that as well, but then I read through the whole guide. It's not even like I give you this, you give me that. It's like I give you this, period. Like everything is just free. You are also encouraged to bring stuff to give to people as well. But if you walk around, you can take anything you want from everyone and no one will say anything. It's not like
Okay.
a strict trade, but it is like, in that process, if you bring
Interesting.
some stuff and someone else brings some stuff, it'll all kind of work out for everyone.
Yeah, I think that's pretty dope. Yeah, I had a friend that he like built a bar or something.
Exactly. People do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's just like, yeah, people will just come and
Yeah.
just drink for free, and that's fine. That's all part of the
Yeah.
Burning Man experience.
It sounds
Wow.
cool. And like the environment is so harsh. It's like, 100 degrees and you're in the desert and there's dust everywhere and the dust gets on everything. And like the fact that the environment is so harsh and yet people still go every year, like is a testament to how high the highs are, like how good some aspects of it are. So
Yeah.
I'm interested.
I think if I went, I'd build a Hyatt.
Well, there are people who do
Nice.
stuff like that.
Yeah, they build
Probably.
hotels.
Yeah.
Or just like have tons of sleeping bags and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
But I'll let you
That's
guys know
crazy.
how it goes.
Yeah, let us know if you
I'll let
see a
you know.
Kardashian there.
Oh yeah, I'll keep an eye out.
I feel like they're probably there for a
Yeah.
day.
I feel like
Yeah.
at this day and age, it's kind of like a spectacle
It
where
is,
it's like
yeah.
people are like, oh, I didn't check this out. Like a lot of like Comic-Con used to not be like this mainstream thing. And then
I feel like half the people that I've seen at like in those Burning Man photos, it's like Instagram models wearing like a bikini. I'm like,
That's
is
gonna
that-
be me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. Hardcore.
I'm like, is that really like desert attire?
I know it's definitely changed, but you know what? It'll be fun.
Yeah,
and
man.
Yeah, we'll see.
you should get a blow up kiddie pool.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'll take a look. Actually, that's also part of it. You're not allowed to let anything touch the ground. Like no water or like nothing is allowed to. I mean, you're like your tent and stuff, but like you're not allowed to get any like matter or water on the soil. It's like kind of a huge rule. So like you can't like brush your teeth outside and like spit on the ground or anything. That's
Because
like,
it's meant to be like you're supposed to leave it as you
supposed to
came,
leave
right?
no trace, and it is like a very delicate, weird little like. There's something about the soil. I don't know. It's like a weird
Wow.
place. It's
Yeah.
like a weird.
So no throwing up, huh?
Yeah, you can't throw up. I mean,
Unless
there's like
it's-
toilets.
unless it's
and
in your
stuff.
tent.
Yeah,
You
once
gotta
it's
get a yak bucket.
They recommend that actually.
A yeet bucket.
Yeah.
I'd have a sign that says "Puke in my Hyatt."
This is kind of changing subjects,
No,
but
please,
I
yeah.
hear there's a story to how you got your cat, Cole.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is good.
we got like 8
Dude.
minutes left, so I just want to
Okay.
like finish it off with this.
I love
Cool.
it.
I'll
The
try to finish
story.
it in 7. So last September, wow, almost a year ago.
What's the kiddie's name again?
Her name is Capri.
Oh.
Was Capri. I'm just kidding.
It still is.
Still
but she is dead.
But she's dead. So we were looking for a new roommate for my house because we have 4 open rooms. Well, one was open. That's how roommates work.
Yeah.
Yes.
We had a window in
In a
our house.
house? What is a house?
So
Like
we
a
were-
small Hyatt?
small Hyatt. Yeah, you can puke there.
Great. I'd love to come hang out.
Yeah, so we met this girl through like this Facebook group, and she seemed cool, and she came and visited, and like she seemed like super cool. We met her twice. I met her girlfriend, and she saw the house. She's like, "I'd love this. This would be cool." I'm like, "Okay," and so she sent in her application, and like she was approved, and she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna move in on Sunday, but can I drop?" Oh, I had brought up. I was like, "Oh, by the way, like, are you allergic to cats?" She's like, "No." I was like, "Oh, well, we were thinking of maybe getting one. We're not sure." And she was like, "I actually have a cat." She's like, "Can I move in with her?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course."
She didn't mention that before.
She didn't mention that
That's
before.
odd. Yeah.
What?
First red flag.
First red flag. And I was like, "Okay, interesting." I'm
I
like,
think
"Yeah."
first red flag is getting a roommate off of Facebook.
Yeah, but it's like a closed group. Like you have to be like accepted into the group.
There's
It's
only
like a-
20,000 members, dude.
Yeah. And we got, so she's like, "I'm going to move in Sunday. It would be a lot easier if I could drop the cat off Saturday." And we're like, "Okay, yeah, do that." She dropped the cat off and then left. And then that was like kind of the last we heard from her.
Oh, okay. So
we tried, so like a couple days went by and like me and my other roommate were kind of waiting. We're just like, okay, I guess we'll feed the cat.
yeah.
I guess we'll clean the litter. I don't know. Maybe she'll like some toys. We
Did
bought her
she
some
drop
toys.
anything else off other
dro-
than the cat?
Her and her litter, her litter box, and then like just came in a basket with a towel over it, like a dirty towel.
Like not even like a crate?
No. We tried hitting her up and she wasn't responding to us. And then like days go by and we sent her a message. We're like, "Hey, you can't live here anymore. We need to fill the room. Rent's due. Just let us know about the cat." And then she responded and she was like, "What did you say rent was? Is it flexible? And how much are utilities?" And we were like, "Oh, sorry. We don't know if you saw the message above this one, but you can't live here. Just let us know about the cat." And then she just kept asking questions. She's like, "Well, no, I'm gonna move in like tomorrow." And we're like she just wasn't like, I think she's trying to gaslight us or something. It was very bizarre.
Yeah.
So we tried to tell. So like, we just didn't know what to do. We were like frustrated. We were like, because I was convinced that like she was dead, that she died. So like I was like doing these manic searches online. I'm like, this girl's dead, and I'm the only one that knows she's missing. And I was so concerned for her. I was like, I was doing all this research. I was trying to find her. I couldn't find her anywhere online. I couldn't find her name. I was like, what? Like, this is bizarre. And then like my worry just turned to like anger so quick.
Sure.
And we were like, just like talk to the landlord. Like we can't deal with this. And then the landlord calls like a half hour later, and he's like, she is under no circumstances allowed back in that house. We're like, what happened? And he's like, she just started yelling at me, and like she said you told her all this stuff. I forget what exactly it was, but like I had text proof that I said the opposite. So like I screenshotted it, sent it to him, and he's like, yeah. So like don't let her back in the house.
Oh my God.
So we're like, okay. So then we texted her again, and we're like, okay, so let us know about the cat. We'd be happy, to keep her, but otherwise, she's yours if you want her. And then
How is the cat doing throughout all of this?
terrified. She's like shaking and alone in this empty room.
Oh.
But like I was in there like all day with her, just trying to like calm her down and keep her company. And then she texts back. She's like, "Hey, would it be cool if I came by in a few days to check up on Capri?" We're like,
What? Check up?
Like, there's no checking up. Do you want the cat or no? And then she said, well, I'm looking at new apartments right now. I'll see what their pet policy is, and I'll let you know. And we're like, okay. And then we never heard from her again.
Maybe she's dead.
Yeah, she's
No,
dead.
for
Maybe
real
she was
this
dead
time.
the whole time.
Wow, that's cool.
Right.
And it was just the spirit of her that came with the cat.
Yeah, that came with the cat.
That's crazy. And but
Yeah, it's
you said
weird.
the cat's like awesome.
She's
well,
great.
she's attached herself to me, so I kind of have this cat now.
Aw.
She's
she
cute.
she sleeps with me. She won't leave my side, and she's pretty dependent on me.
Well, that's great that it worked out.
Yeah, I had kind of got a new best friend out of it, which is
What
cool.
a crazy person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's so weird because she
it's
didn't
real
bring
weird.
up the cat at
Yes,
first.
like I
and
brought up,
then-
like
Yeah.
so it wasn't her plan because I brought up the cat.
It's
so
odd.
it's just a very weird scenario.
She must have been like kicked out of somewhere and like just needed to put that
No,
cat
because she
somewhere.
got approved. Like she got like
What?
her application was approved by the land. Like everything checked out on paper. Like it checked out. She seemed cool in person. I don't know what it was, but yeah, the first text she sent after like she was missing, she was just like, "Hey, sorry, I was like a little stressed. I'm not good at texting when I'm stressed." We're like, "Okay,
Okay. You gonna pick up your cat?
yeah."
Oh,
it
poor
was
kitty.
because I remember I was at a birthday party at Dave and Buster's when she first texted back, and I've never been more upset in a Dave and Buster's in my life.
I'm always upset in Dave and Buster's.
Wait, I may have been there at the Dave and Buster's.
Really?
What was it
Maybe.
for? Do you remember?
It was for my friend's birthday. I don't know if you
Okay,
know her.
probably not.
Yeah.
We just hang out there a lot, or what's
No,
going on?
I've been to a couple birthday parties
Yeah,
at Dave and Buster's. I
me
feel like
too.
I've seen you at Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, no, we have been at the same party before.
Yeah, like
the same
Mackenzie.
Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, D&B, little D&B action. Well, I'm glad the cat's in a better home.
Oh, Ryan said he wanted me to mention.
What is it?
There's a guy, we'll just bleep out his name in that, but there's a guy, he was one of the business leader guys over at Defy.
He was like newly brought on board, right?
Yeah,
Kind
he
of
was
like the
he was hired from within. Like he wasn't really, I don't think it's a job that he really wanted, and Defy just kind of hurled it on him. Nobody really liked him. Do you have a story about him?
Well, Ryan told me to tell the story of the all hands meeting. We had a meeting
every month.
every month and that was new, right? Was that like a new thing you guys
Yeah.
did?
Yeah, it's
It
something
was
that he kind of put on.
In that final year or
This
something.
like all hands meeting kind of situation where he would bring everyone in and try to like hype them up, on the successes of Smosh and what we're going to do next. And like, yeah, that is a good thing. But the way that he went about it was like a dad trying to hype you up for like,
Your bar mitzvah.
yeah.
Literally, he'd have music from his iPhone playing like
Wow.
Yeah.
like dubstep one time.
Yeah, and then he had like really bad jokes that he would put in, or he would like have gifs in the PowerPoint
in the
presentation.
PowerPoints he'd use old photos from people's Facebooks, like in the room, like of
That's funny,
of
though.
employees. but yeah, I don't know. It's
But he
weird.
also like always.
I liked him. I did like him just because he was so pure, I guess. I don't know. He had like this
Yeah.
innocence to him.
Yeah, he
was a
also.
front.
You also would think that he was like much older than us,
Yeah.
but he was the same age as us. He always just dressed in like a button-up shirt, tucked his shirt in
He'd tuck a plaid shirt into jeans
With a belt.
with
with a belt. Yeah.
I didn't intend to like completely overthrow him with one thing, but it happened.
Yeah.
He emailed me the night before. He's like, "Hey, can you like talk about this tomorrow at the meeting?" Like, and I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, I wasn't even going to go to the meeting. I was going to sleep in and then just show up for work.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I guess so. So, like, I come up and, like, I see the PowerPoint and it's, like, my face, like, photoshopped onto this thing with, like, all these talking points. I think I just...
You read the headline talking point
And then I just
times
kept...
in a row.
Yeah, I
Like,
just
there
So
was
the
a-
headline talking point was what?
We're writing scripts.
We're writing scripts.
Yeah,
writing
so
scripts.
the check-in from the writers team was we're writing scripts, and there was a bunch of like points that were like, hey, he could explain more to get everyone hyped. And then you
I think I just reread them, but reworded them.
you said you skipped all the ones, you just read the headline and reworded and said the same sentence 8 or 9 times.
Yeah.
Really?
And each time I said it, like, people were laughing more and more and more, and
Yeah.
he was just like off to the side, like turning white, like
Yeah.
humiliated,
It's like creating a super
Just-
villain.
yeah,
Everyone was losing their
yeah,
Like everyone was like laughing their asses off. We dogged on him quite a lot in those meetings, like,
Yeah.
and he would just be like, ha, 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 "Yeah, it's crazy, right?" Like, but you could tell he was like very bothered by it.
I didn't mean, like, I unintentionally bullied this man.
Oh no!
Like, I did.
Yeah.
I did that too,
feel. I
though.
did feel really bad. I didn't mean to.
You shouldn't feel bad.
I just was apathetic to be there, but that it like just completely undercut everything he was trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't feel too bad. I know he was trying to fire some of our high level people.
Oh yeah.
because he thought they were making too much money. So
Well.
yeah, so I don't feel too bad about him getting dogged on.
I accidentally bullied him.
You did.
Yeah, what did you do?
Because you know how every weekend he would be like, "What are you guys up to this weekend?" Or like, or he does always the same questions, like, "What are you guys up to this weekend?" Or
Do anything fun
"How was
this
your
weekend?"
Oh,
I went
no.
into my apartment on Friday and didn't come out till Monday morning. Like
Yeah,
every
it was a little-
time.
it was a little
It's
sad.
a little cheesy.
But I remember one time we were all at the table and he was like, "What are you guys up to this weekend?" I just looked and I was like, "We're all going to stare at a wall the whole weekend." And he's like, "Okay, well, you guys have a good time." He walked out and I was like, "Shit, dude, I thought I was just trying to be like sarcastic and like funny, but it actually came out really mean."
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave him a good.
Poor guy.
I gave him a good chance, and then I got tired of it because I didn't approve of the work he did.
But the thing was, before that, he was so nice to me and trying so hard to be my friend.
loved you
And then
so
he
much.
Oh, no.
loved
Yeah,
me.
he just you did.
Really?
Because I was
destroyed
like
this
the
poor
other
man.
Jewish guy in the office. I was like, I don't know.
You also tucked your shirt in occasionally.
Yeah, I tucked my shirt in.
Sad. It was
And-
like he was looking up to you
Yeah.
as this like
Oh,
friend.
no.
And you just totally betrayed him in front of everyone.
Yeah.
No.
And then he just didn't.
Sad.
He like wouldn't make eye contact with me even in the hallway after that. Like he like it was like a complete like 180. Like I ruined everything on accident.
It was the last person he could have expected betrayal
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
He's like, "I trusted you."
Oh my God.
Man.
Yeah.
Judas of the Office, Cole.
Wow.
Holy crap. Well, shoot, dude.
Shoot, dude.
Shoot, dude.
Shoot, dude.
Yeah.
That is a shoot, dude.
That's a shoot, dude.
That's
right
a
there.
shoot, dude.
That's a
right
real
there.
big
That's a shoot, dude.
If I've ever heard of a shoot dude, that was a shoot dude.
That's a real shoot, dude.
Well, Cole, Andrew, thank you so much. Where can they find Podcast But Outside?
We're on YouTube as well as any other
And
podcast streaming.
app. Just search
Yeah.
Podcast But Outside. And then if you want to get a taste of it, our Instagram and Twitter has a bunch of clips. And then we're on Instagram and Twitter too, personally.
What's the episode you guys would recommend them checking out first?
People like this one where we're downtown nightlife.
Oh yeah,
It's kind of
downtown
chaotic.
nightlife.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it's over like 1 a.m. in front of a bar.
Wow, that's
What is it called?
awesome.
It's called Friday Night Outside the Club.
The club. I think it's like 5 or 6 or
Yes, I think
7
it's
or
5.
something.
It's 5.
Yeah.
That's
That was
awesome.
pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But then check out a newer one because we're doing a lot more with editing and stuff like that. So,
Yeah. All right, cool.
Thank you
Well,
all.
thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for listening. If you've not yet subscribed to the SmoshCast, you could do that by subscribing on any of your favorite podcast apps, or you could watch us on YouTube, see our pretty faces, but you can't hear us curse, like saying and
And
oh, bleh. Yeah, so if you're not yet subscribed on YouTube, do that as well. Hit that bell button. We love you so much. Smosh that store. We got fun stuff as always.
yeah, I'm wearing the Girls Are Girls shirt.
Oh yeah, if that's still out there, it's going fast.
Yeah,
the
it's
limited
limited
supply.
run. Yep.
Sorry, we got to plug all our things.
I love
so
it.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry,
This
guys.
water bottle was getting me very hydrated. It's a Smosh water bottle.
I brought,
Nice. I got
I
my
brought
coffee.
stickers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
we have
yeah,
stickers from
thank
our
you.
thing.
Yeah, we'll
Podcast
take
about
that.
outside stickers?
Yeah.
Do I get it for free, or do you guys?
Oh, yeah,
Sure,
please,
you can have
please.
'em.
Oh, this looks so
Our,
cute.
our patrons will get them for free.
Ooh, you
There's
guys
some
have
more
a
even, if
Patreon.
you guys
huh?
want
you
more,
took
yeah.
some?
I
You
just
brought
brought
some
some. I brought some just in case.
This
yeah.
is
Oh my
so
god, you guys brought
cute.
so many stickers.
We just got these made 2 days ago, so it's like we haven't
You're
even
excited.
announced
These
that we
are
have
adorable.
these. Yeah,
I
they're
like
cute.
those.
They
Yeah,
look
they're good.
like you.
Yeah, it's us outside in the world.
Wow, thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having us. This is a pleasure.
All right, love you guys.
Love you too.
Bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah.